Okay, so I moved my advanced player, the FPS guy from Vision Punk's awesome UFPS system, miles away, so he can't possibly sense us. I don't think so anyway, shouldn't be able to, it would be a bit ridiculous. I'm just waiting for Unity to become responsive again, which is I think the major problem with Unity is the speed of its performance as soon as you get a sensible size scene in, although the game's still running. See, I can't even tell because I've placed Bandicam right over the play button. So yeah, I do think that a large scene cripples Unity, and I also think that monodev doesn't work properly. And so when you compile and stuff like that, it just doesn't work, especially if you're mixing assets with JavaScript and C# around. And you hit compile because you expect that to be what you do, but actually compiling in that thing doesn't make any difference. All you need to do is edit your files and move back to Unity, and it automatically compiles them for you, and you know if there's a problem there. So really, monodev is just very confusing and annoying, and it's very hard to get a compile, and the preferences don't stick. And you have to do all this nonsense. So I've actually dropped back into old school coding with a text editor, and then just jumping into Eclipse to compile, which is so archaic. As is cutting up large scenes. I mean, this might be a massive scene, I guess. Do you think so? Is this too big? It's quite big, but not that crazy. I've got a lot of silly meshes in here from Google Warehouse, which is a problem because when you save them out as FBXs, they actually double up the polygons from, they make an inside version to apply material to or something, so they're extremely inefficient. And you should use some way to change them and get them down. I haven't worked out how to do that yet, given that you can't load FBXs in Blender. I think ZBrush can do it, and I do have a script, an asset I bought called Cruncher, which I'm currently working with the author to fix because it doesn't do its job on the sloppy FBXs that come out of SketchUp, but hopefully we can fix that between us. Anyway, I'm digressing ridiculously. So, this bloke here, whack his sensors back on. My character is miles away, and I'm basically just checking if he can roam with sensors on. Other than that, the bugs so far are the way he runs around, does 360s and zigzags at me in a sort of weird fashion, and that for some reason I can't get him to roam when his sensors are enabled and I'm there, even though he doesn't run towards me, or sometimes he just stands there aiming his gun, so something is weird. I'm not even sure if all of this helps the authors debug anything, you know. Okay, so that's my game window, right? Let's see if I can find the soldier. Let me go back to the scene view, it's a bit easier. Soldier is looking around. What's he doing? Come on. Really, what kind of computer do you need to run this thing? Let's find a state. State. See, this is the funny thing. You can check in real time the waypoints it's picking. So it's picking 2 and then 74. He's not doing anything. It's literally not moving. Why is he not moving? Now, actually, if I can look at his state now, I'll be able to find that out. Run, attack. Idle, walk, roam, attack. So at the moment he's idle, running, attacking. So he's running and attacking at the moment, but he's not moved. So what the hell? Is he actually shooting bullets? I can't see his muzzle flash. Is he supposed to be shooting there? It says he's running and attacking. Look, he's running on the spot. Even though I'm miles away, so how's he even detecting me? Or maybe his sensors are just stupidly good. When I've whacked up view distance to 900, maybe I haven't even noticed what I'm doing now. Let's put it to 500. Of course, he's stuck, isn't he? I'm going to pause that and put him on 500. Okay, so I'm reloading it now. I've changed his viewing and his hearing distances from roughly 1,000 or 900 to roughly about 500, just to see if that was the issue. Because if he can see through walls, which I know he can at this point in time, that could explain that. Oh, I've moved the scene view. Okay, so now he looks to be... I hate it when this separates because it runs slow as hell. Let me see if I can reconnect it. But it does look like he's in Rome mode, isn't he? Thinks he's in Rome, so he's doing what Romans do. Roman state. Yeah, he's definitely roaming and walking. So actually, truth be known, I whacked up his settings way too high. And that is why he wasn't roaming. He was immediately detecting me. Because I hadn't moved, I guess, he wasn't allowed to run at me or something. I mean, this is probably just a lot of idiocracy on my behalf, but I've got to defend myself on most of it being my major scale blunder. I'm assuming, you know, whacking these things up, you should whack them up 6 times higher, but I could be totally wrong about that. And now I have to get back and find out if he can actually detect me and stuff and run at me from sensible distances. So I can actually teleport to the main room by tapping E-block here. Because I still want him to be able to see me from a while away. He's detected us, he's running nicely at me. He's going to wait down there. Of course it would be better if he went to that ramp and tried to get me. Now, let's see how far away I have to be, given that I've moved it down from 500. Hoping he can still see me from a sane distance. It's like putting the lid on a Tupperware jar. You put one bit on, the other bit falls off. I find that most of game development is like that, in fact. It seems to be quite good. It's like a house of cards, really. But maybe that's what comes when goes away when you become the greatest developer in the world. Your games no longer feel like a house of cards ready to tumble. Still chasing me, going back a lot now. He's still chasing me, so the distance is not too bad, but now he's doing that weird 360 thing. Is he on the verge of losing me? Is that what he's doing? And he's time to check for a new route? I don't know. And I'm unlikely to get my answers after this 50-minute epic. Unless, of course, anyone's still watching and got some comments. If so, please leave them below. Obviously, it's mostly intended, a lot of this, for the guys who wrote the plugin so they can perhaps see any bugs or help me. I'm sure I'm repeating myself a lot here. Right. Yeah, he's found me in his own ridiculously slow way. I think his run is too slow as well, actually. Huh? Oh, there. So I'm gonna speed up his run because that might really make things more natural. So I'm gonna pause it while I do that. Right, first thing I'm gonna do actually is move my player back because of that test is completed. Now I was just gonna reload it, but I'm worried I've changed a couple of things that are nice. So let's just do it manually. That was almost there, eh? Why am I so low though? I wasn't lower than this, was I? That's weird. Oh no. Looks tiny, my capsule, so to speak. Right, I was going to speed him up. I'm going to put these videos in a playlist, I think, and just so I can link it as one playlist instead of people having to go nuts finding them. Right. See, his run speed is 26. You probably can, like, his walk speed is fine, but when you're sprinting, you run much quicker than double walking, don't you? So let's stick it up to about 30, say 40, right? Nearly 40. Because if you're running, you probably are running over 3 times faster than you're walking. And the turn is too slow now. I want him to turn sensibly, and maybe that'll eliminate some of this weaving. But actually, I think it'll probably just make it look worse. Because it'll be boom, 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 weaving all the time. And I'm not sure about the physics of how fast we turn when we're running, but let's just say 14, which is at least 4 times more than the walking one. And I'm going to stop this for a new video.